online, the students who are in the online, am I audible? So please confirm it once quickly. Okay. So now it is the time to move to the further discussion. Okay. So last session, what we completed? Come on, quickly. Types of data members. Okay. So let me open the concept of OOPS features under that classes and objects. Syntax for defining a class. Just look at that. So already we started with class and the class name, and inside of it we mentioned already in the class, if we see types of data members we have seen in the class, and we mentioned how many types of data members? Come on, two types. One is instance data members, class level data members. Two types. Fine. So regarding the instance data members, I explained it to store which values? Specific values. And instance data members must be specified in how many ways? 3 ways. And they are, and through object name, what we did in our previous class is through object name, and through instance method we are going to see today methods now. Very important day today. Through constructors also. And later onwards, instance data members always available inside of object. Only inside of object. That's why they are known as what? Object level data members we can call. Instance data members must be accessed with respect to object name or self. So far we accessed with respect to what name only? Object name. Well, now I'm going to say self dot instance data member name. I will tell you in today's class about this also. Regarding the class level data members, they are meant for storing common values. Common values are nothing but what I told you regarding the different student details and university details. For the under one university, there are a lot of students are there. All the student details are called specific, and the university details are called common. Right? Banker detail, depositor details are called specific, and bank name for all the depositors is called common. We know that. All the company employees are called specific. Company details are common, like that. So that time I'll go for which level data members? Very good. And class level data members can be specified in 2 ways. One is by using inside of class definition. One more is inside of class level method definition. We are going to see both instance method as well as what? Class level method in today's class. Fine. So class level data members are always available to all objects because they are common. They are what? Common. Class level data members must be accessed with respect to class name or object name or self or CLS. Today we will see all those things. Okay. Class name dot class level data member name. There are 4 syntaxes I set. And correspondingly, I told you the importance of some awareness diagram I drawn. And the SBI banker name, there is nothing but branch name is called class level data member, and account number, name, balance, address are called what? Instance data members. Okay. So it's a time to see. To go for continuation process of our class. Now I'm going to enter into methods. I am going to enter. Let us come back to our syntax once more. I will start syntax. You see, I am going to enter into the first instance method. I am going to enter. How many methods are there? 3 methods. One is called what? Instance method, and one more is called what? Class level method. One more is called what? Static method. So beginning I will go for what? Instance method I will go for it. Shall we go for instance method? Yes. look at. Now I'm going for instance method. Please look at our program once again. Students, now I'm going for types of methods. Student example 1, you see. Student example 1. Carefully observe it. From here only I'm going for methods. Number S1 dot SNO is equal to 100. S1 dot name is equal to row sum. S1 dot salary is equal to 4, 3.4. Here S1 dot SNO is equal to S2 dot name is equal to S2 dot salary is equal to. How many times I wrote here? How many times? 3 times I wrote. Again I wrote 3 times or not? Suppose 3 objects are there. How many times I will write? 3 times. If I have 4 objects, how many times I will write? Is it not the same code is writing again and again? Am I correct? How do you reduce the code redundancy? Code redundancy. Define once and call anywhere. Which concept? Functions. Functions concept is to provide code reusability. Code. Now I am going to reduce my code. Once again, if you get a doubt, once again, don't worry about it. Please close this part. I will take another example. Don't worry. I'm going to take one more example. See. Program for reading and writing. Reading and writing. Which details? Student details. By using program for reading and writing. Student details by using oops. How do you do that? How do you do this? This is my question. Okay. Start. Class. What is my class name? Student. Once again, I am writing the code. I say pass. Okay. Coming to main program, students. Main program. Create what? S1 is equal to what, ma? Student of. S2 is equal to what? Student of. Yeah, student of. Now tell me, my dear students, how many objects are created? Today you must understand like anything. How many objects are created? 2 objects. Is the object's ID same or different? Same or different? Different. So imagine the picture. This is my S1 object. This is my S1 object. This is my another object S1. This is S1. This is S2. Read the data for S1. Read the data for S2. How many times I have to read? 2 times with our programming knowledge. Okay, student. Print of enter first student details. Okay. Enter first student details. Print of. I'm just writing like this. Carefully understand. There is no hurry at all. There is no tension at all. Understand thoughtfully. Because oops is very important in programming. So I don't want to rush out and I don't want to close it very quickly. Understand. Now read. Earlier, what is the program we did? This program, if you look at me, student example 1, I took a fixed value, right or not? But here I will do what? Reading the data from the keyboard. How do you do? Tell me. S1 dot SNO is equal to int of input of enter student number. Enter student number. Okay. Enter student number. Similarly, again you read dot what? Name is equal to very simple. Enter student name. Okay. Next, I will take marks. S1 dot marks is equal to, I am saying that yes, float of enter student marks. Very good. Enter student marks. Done. How many student details I got it? First student details. What are the details present in that? SNO, S name and marks. Okay, na? Good. Similarly, I must read for which student? Second student details I will read. For first student, how many details are there? 3 details I read. From where I read? Keyboard. Okay, na? So next, I will go for one more kind of thing. One more kind of thing I will go for it. So I'm going to say one more kind of thing. So coming to this place here, I will go for second student details. How do you go for second student details? Similarly, same to same, I will copy paste. Enter which details? Second student details. Enter student number, S2 dot, S2 dot, S2 dot, S2 dot. Right. So coming to that. So coming to the point of it, S2 dot SNO, S2 dot SName, S2 dot marks. S2 dot SNO, S2 dot SName, S2 dot marks. How many times I read my details? Here 3 lines I wrote. Here 3 more lines I wrote or not? For 2 objects, 6 lines I wrote. Am I correct? For 3 objects, how many times I have to read? Again I have to write. Is it not the same code writing again and again, waste of my time? Correct or not? So how do you overcome this? By using functions. By using functions. Functions provides what? Performs the operation, provides the code reusability. How to do that code reusability, sir? By using which concept? Functions concept. Let us read once again. Shall I print the data? Yes, ma. Shravani, very good. Write once, call anywhere. Read anywhere. Write once, call anywhere. Write once, call anywhere. Come on, ma. Now, I want to print these details or not? Come on, student. Print. Now I am going to say print first student details. First \n. First student details. First student details. Print the details student. Print the details student. How do you print it? Yeah, I forget it, ma. Student number is equal to dot format of. Yes, I forget. Yes, ma. Ganesh Verma. Function in OOPS is called method, ma. I told you already, na. Functions in class is called method. Now I am calling method. Method is nothing but a function only. Same functions only coming inside the class. We call it as what? Method. Come on, how do you call? Yes, Asif, very good. S1 dot, SNO. Very good. Come on, name please. How do you call name? Name please. Student name of S1 dot what? Yes, name. Student marks. I am going to say student marks. What is this now? S1 dot what? Marks. Very good. Come on to the point back now. Got it. First student details. I got the number, name, and then marks. Well, this is for which student? Similarly, I want to print which details also? Second student details also. I'm writing here. Second student details. How do you print it? I forget. S2 dot. S1 dot. This is called S1 dot. This is called S2 dot. What is this is called? Which type of data members they are called? Which type of data members they are called? Come on, online students will answer. Yes, Ravani, good. Instance data members they are called. Already said. Instance data members accessed with respect to what name? Object name. Why are you forgetting? Instance data member. Because we are calling with respect to what name? How simple it is. S1 dot, S2 dot. Here I told you diagram also, ma. See customer 1, customer 2, customer 3, customer 4. C1 dot, C1 dot, C1 dot, C1 dot, C2 dot, C2 dot, C2 dot, C3 dot, C3 dot, C3 dot, C4 dot, C4 dot, like that. So coming back to this point, you see, I am reading 2 times for 2 objects, printing 2 times for what? 2 objects. If I have 4 objects, 4 into 3 lines, 12 times I have to write it. To print also 4 into 3, 12 times. Total I have to write 24 times. Is it not a waste of time? For reading is concerned 1 time, you create hundreds of objects. For printing is concerned 1 time, irrespective of number of objects you want to print. Understand? How to do this? With the concept of methods. Let me execute this program. You will easily understand, student. Now I am going to see STUD example 3 now. 3.py. Let me give the comment on this. Let us save this code. Student example 3.py. Go to this place. Go to this place, students. Easy. KVR Python KVR Python. Say 4 p.m. Say oops. CD classes. And next is called objects. Classes and objects. CD classes and objects. Okay, fine. In this place I will execute py student example 3. See, my dear students, enter first student detail. Where we are in enter first student details. First number it is asking. Enter the number here 111. Enter the student name Rosam. Marks is called 33.33. First student details are got it. Put it into S1 object. Enter the second student number 222. Something like, Gosling. I am writing here. Marks is called something like 11.111. See that first student details I got it. Second student details I got it. This is related to which object? 2 objects, 2 times reading. 2 objects, 2 times printing. Is it not waste of my time? Come on, students. All the online students confirm it once. 3 times I am writing for reading. 3 times again I am writing for student reading. 2 times first time I am printing. Second time I am printing again. Right. Now I am going to introduce. Instead of wasting our time of writing the same thing, why can't you rewrite the same program by using functions? So, I want to read first student data, second student data, third student data, fourth student data. How to do it? L1 dot append, L2 dot append, L3 dot append. I am appending to L1, appending to L2, appending to L3. Is it common or specific? L1 some data I am appending, L2 some data I am appending, L3 some other data I am appending. Is it common data are you appending or specific data are you appending? Come on. Specific data we are appending. Here also S1, S2, S3. How many objects created? S1 data separate, S2 data separate, S3 data separate. I want to read S1 data separate, S2 data separate, S3 data separate, which is known as what? Specific operation I am performing. To perform the specific operation, I must go for what? Instance methods I will go. Which methods? Instance methods. Shall I go? Yes. Now, come on students, come back. I say, go to the place, new, others, say Python. I'll paste it. Here, I am not writing anything like this. I am not writing this. Close. Such a big program, I am not a shortcut, more powerful. First time I am coming to the class. Come on, student. Press enter key. Which student I will read? First student. How many objects I created? Yeah. See how easy it is. L1 is equal to what? List. L2 is equal to what? List. Now I want to read that, append the data to L1. How do you access? Come on, quickly. I want to append the data to L1. How do you append? L1 dot append off. How do you add the data to L2? L2 dot, append of. Already we used like that. Now today we are learning it's a total story. Append is a function accessing with respect to what? Object. Such a type of method in Python is called instance method. It is appending the data to whom? L1. I am appending the data to you. Separate students, I am appending the data. Is it specific appending or common appending? Specific appending. I am giving pen to you, pencil to him, something, eraser like that I am appending. Is it common? Huh? Don't see the method name, see the operation style. I am giving chocolate, I am giving biscuit, I am giving something. Giving is same only, but what I am giving, values are different or not? Specific or common? Specific. Come on to the point back. Here, I want to read the data for what? S1. I want to read the data for what? S2. What is this operation called? What is this operation called? Specific or common? Specific. Specific operations performed by whom? Instance methods. Which methods? Good. Now, come on. S1 dot, come on. S1 dot, read data. Read student data. Read student data. S1 dot, read student data. L1 is equal to list of L1 dot append. Now, what is that now? S1. What is S1? To that object, read the data. What is read student data? Is a function used inside today in the class. We call it as a method. Subprogram written without class is called a function. Subprogram writing within the class is called what? Method. Subprogram without class is called a function. Subprogram within the class is called method. Tell me. S1 dot read student data. What will happen? Read student data is called what? Function. Function calling, that is. Brahmani, very good ma. Read student data is a function call. For every function call, what is required? Function definition. Where is the function definition required? Inside the student class. Why inside the student class? How PVM knows? Read student data is a function calling with respect to which object? S1 is an object of which class? So PVM straightforward go to which class? Student class. Looking for what? Looking for what? Definition. Looking for definition. How it is looking for the definition? I don't know how to define the function. Do you know how to define the function? Define. DEF, beautiful. Read student data. How simple ma? Read student data. Read student data. Simple. Whatever the functions we learn, actually I am having very good confidence on you because the functions we are already excellent. Same functions we are taking. Same functions we are taking. Read student data. Read student data. Now, in this case, I will write one important object there. What is that object I am taking? Self I am taking. Self. 1 minute, ma. Yeah, dear students, just wait, ma. Wait. One small point is there. 1 minute you wait. Online students. Ranjan, wait, ma. 1 minute you wait. Monday. I've made message button. Okay. So I will announce now. So students who are in the online, so those who log in, if any difficulty you faced during that login password, tomorrow onwards you will log in with the old ID only, same password. Okay, I will put that link details once again in the, that old thing is, link is same, PWD 985656. Same, Brahmani, same, 98, password is 98. I will write it here. Just all of you try to understand. 985656. You please join. Today by mistake it is changed, it seems. So we regret for your inconvenient, and please log in Monday with the same password, same link with this password. Yeah. Same link you join and use same password. Okay, na? Yes, ma. Don't worry. 20 minutes I did not do anything, ma, Atish. So don't mind. Okay, I will repeat that. Today the recording I will keep it in Google Drive class. Okay, na, Atish? Today that whatever the 20 minutes is done, I will keep it in that link in the Google Drive class. Don't worry. If still problem, I will repeat that class. Okay. So we'll keep that class for you. Okay, ma? Right. Shall I continue the session now? Shall I continue? Right. So I will just paste it here. I will announce once again to this. Right. Fine. So let us coming to that. Yeah, Sandhya, we will keep it, ma. We will keep it. Don't worry. And today I just repeated the same code. Today I repeated the same code like this. Whatever we did, all of you, just now I understand that some problem in the link part, ma. Don't worry. Whatever is there, those who joined a little bit late, no, ma. Students, tomorrow is a holiday. We will meet on Monday. So because of some festival Ugadi, tomorrow is a holiday. Monday, tomorrow Saturday, Sunday holiday. Monday you will join with the same link. Monday you will join with the same thing. You will join with the same link. You will join with the same link. Saturday and Sunday holiday. So Monday we will join with the same link what you have and same password. And regarding the 20 minutes what you missed it, regarding that 20 minutes what you missed it, I will keep that class in the Google Drive class. Okay, don't worry. Fine. Yeah. So you will get it. You will get that. So shall I continue? Naveen, thank you, ma'am. Wish you the same to you. Fine. Shall I continue the class now? And those who joined late, nothing to feel that something is over in the class. Shall I continue, students? Those who joined late a little bit. Okay. Now see, first day what we did? We took it this number, name, and then salary. We took this number, name, and salary. We added the data with this like this. And this is static data. Static. By fixed data we kept. And we printed the data. Today what I did? Same to same coding. I just wrote dynamism is provided. The 20 minutes I shown this code and then I wrote this code. That's it. Class student and pass. S1 is equal to student of. S2 is equal to student of. Enter the first student details. I read this number details. And this second student, I read this details. First student details printed with respect to S1 dot, S1 dot, S1 dot. Second student details S2 dot, S2 dot, S2 dot. Well, so numbers I just read. With this code only we read the data dynamically. What I said so far is, to this S1, 3 lines of code I written. Again 3 lines of code is written. If I created 10 objects, 10 times I will write the same code again and again, again and again. 10 into 3, 30 lines of code. It is a waste of time. That's why I will use the benefits of functions. That is called methods. What are the benefits of functions or methods? Says code reusability. How many times I will define? One time. And how many times I will reuse? Many times. Shall I go? Go. Now I am coming to student number. This part I will come. Yeah. Come on to this now. S1 dot. First time you are coming now. How many objects created? 2 objects created. Now I have to read for which data? First data. First student data. So S1 data is separate. S2 data is separate. Is it specific or common? Specific. Specific means which method? Instance method. Keep in mind, instance methods are used for performing specific operations on objects. Now say S1 dot read STUD data. STUD data. It is my own function. You can take your own function. How it will work? How PV? This is called function call. This is called function call. Our function call normally says only name of the function we used to call, but it is object oriented programming. You are calling the function with respect to what? Object. So how the PVM is taking? Read student data function called with respect to S1. S1 is an object of which class? PVM goes to which class? Which class? Student class. Looking for which function definition? Read student data. Do you have here? No. You will get what? Name error. Let me show you that. Let me show you my student example 4.py. Let us see the example there. I am going to give you the concept here. Py. See that error. What is that error? Student object has no attribute called what? Read student data is not there. Inside the student class, there is no such type of function. Go there. What do you do then? You define. How do you define? DEF. What is my function name? Read student data. Take that. Read student data. Well, and one of the most important, if you understand, immediately you will understand. Otherwise, you will get a problem. Listen very carefully. Whenever you call this S1 dot student data, do you know what is happening? This is the picture of my object, S1. S1 this is called. S1, not there anything, which is having some identity or not? Some address is there or not? Whenever you call this function, PVM is going to the function definition. PVM is going to the function definition. At the time of going to the function definition, PVM will carry S1 ID. PVM will carry what? S1 ID. S1 address will be carried. And it is trying to preserve in the first parameter. It is trying to preserve in the first parameter. In object-oriented programming, whenever I call the method with respect to an object or function call with respect to an object, that object address is carried by the PVM and kept into the first parameter in the function definition. That function definition is called what? Self. What is self? Self is containing current object ID. Put it in where? Self. I will print it. Don't worry. What is self? A self is one of the object implicitly available in where? Python environment, which is containing address of our current object. What is my current object? S1 ID kept in where? Self. What is self? It is the first parameter in the instance method. First formal parameter in the instance method. Why first parameter is required? Why first parameter is required? To hold which type of object data you are reading. Which type of object data you are reading? S1. S1 address is kept in where? Self. For a minute, I will show you. First, please understand that. Remove this first. Print ID of S1 in which program? Main program, comma, how do you print ID of S1? Whenever you say S1 dot read student details, where it is coming to? Read student data function. Print, come on, ID of what? Current object in which function? Read student data function is equal to, I forget, ID of, come on, very good, self. ID of what? ID, S1 data only copied into self. S1 address only kept into where? Self. Please print this once and execute, execute and then print. Just to see how beautiful code it is. Print it. See that ID of S1 in main function is what? 0448. ID of current object in read student data is what? 048. What is self? Explicit object. What is S1? Object we created. It is an explicitly created. Whose implicitly object is what? Self. To every object, one implicit object is there. Who is that? Self. Simple, ma. You are going in the on the street. You are going. When you are going on the way in the summer, your image is also there, na? Your image is also there or not? That image is called what? Self. You are what object? Physical object. Your image is also there or not? What is that self? It is a shadow of your physical person, right or not? That shadow is called what? Self. You are called what? Explicit object. And don't tell this example in the interview. I'm telling for your thing. Suppose I'm keeping my hand like this. In the background of it, my image is there, hand image is there or not? My hand is called what? Physical image. And for my hand backside, one image is there or not? What is that? Shadow. Shadow of my hand is called what? Self. And don't tell this example interview. For every object internally, who is there? One implicit object is there. What is that implicit object? Self. So tell me in short word, what is self? To understand the self itself, it takes some time for the student. Otherwise, you will understand, or otherwise, sometime you will understand very quickly. What is self? Address of my current object. What is my object here? S1. Whose address is present in where in this function? You are calling S1.read student data now. Where is this S1 data present? In the function definition, what is the first parameter? Self. What is self contains? What is self contains? Address of S1. What is S1? Explicit object. What is S1? Explicit object. What is self? Implicit object. How do you know it is implicit object? Just now printed. Self is containing the ID of what? S1. Come on. Object is printed now? Okay. Now you print. Now you have verified that. Now I want to add the data or not? One more time. What it is created? What it is created? What is that address? XXX123. XX123. Who is pointing in the background of this S1? Who is pointing? Self. Now tell me, I need to read the data or not? If it is the main program, how do you read the data? S1 dot, S1 dot, S1 dot. Here, how do you call? Self dot. Okay. Write it. Come on, tell me. Self dot SNO is equal to int of. Come on, guys. Input of. Enter. What is this? Input of. Enter. Student number. Very good. Come on, next. Self dot S name is equal to Input of, come on ma, enter student name, enter student name, enter student name. Come on student, self dot, marks is equal to float of input of, come on, enter student marks. Finished. Come on to the point of it. You remove this. Now call this function or not. I will say here print of enter which student details. Enter. I am giving here first student information. First student information. S1 dot read student data. S1 dot read student data. Once it says first student data, what is happening? It goes to where? Function call to where? Function definition. Self contains which one? S1. It's a very important. Daily I will use. Self dot. This self is pointing to whom? S1. Understand? Good. Now, dear students, is the self is okay for you? Everybody try to respond once. Students in the online, are you understanding? All the students? Very good. Everybody. Quickly. Now, second student data also I want to read. Second student data also I want to read. How do you do now? S2, create S2. S2 is equal to what? Student of. Read that. How do you read again? S2 dot, come on, read STUD data. What is this is again? Function call or not? Function call. Where it will go? Where it will go? Student class. Earlier, self contains which address? S1. Now it is which address is there in self? S2. In that line number 16, when it goes here, self contains which address? S1. When it comes to line number 17, PVM goes to the definition. Self contains which object? S2 object. At any point of time, self contains what? My current class object. Simple ma. When I look at you, your address is there in my self. When I look at that time, that object address is there in my self brain. Did you understand? So it is a compulsory question in interview point of view. What is self? It is the implicit object used in the method of our instance method, which contains an address of current object. Understand? Tell me. SNO, SName, marks or belongs to which object? S1 at one point of time. At one point of time means 16th line execution. When you go to S2, 17th line point of it, self is pointing to whom? So what is SNO, SName, marks are called? Instance data members. How I am accessing? Self dot. Understand? Instance data members can be accessed in how many ways? Two ways. One is by using object. One more by using. Where you will use object? In the main program. Where you will use self? Inside the instance method. Inside the instance method. Actually, OOPS in Python is so sensitive because all of them cannot understand so easily because it requires a lot of practice. It requires a lot of R&D. And I am bringing to your level of understanding. I hope you are following. So ultimately, in your own words, you tell me what is the self? Self is an implicit object pointing to the current class object. In simple word, self contains an ID of current class object. In other words, self contains the address of my current class object. Self is the first parameter used in the instance method heading. Self is the first parameter used in the instance method heading. Okay now? Shall I execute now? Right. So how many functions data I am reading? Enter. This is called first student data. I will go forward. Enter which data now? Second student data. Second student data. This is I am writing second student data. Very good. Come on to the point back. I will write here some small line for your better understanding. I will write some 50. I will write some 50. I'll write some 50. I will print the data or not? Shall I print the data? See how many objects I created. How many times I am reading. One time I defined, multiple times I am calling. Is it not reducing the code? Previous program you see, my dear students, I read one time for student 1. I read another time for student 2. With my methods concept, I am reducing my code or not? 2 times I am creating object, 2 times I am calling my function. That function only executed 2 times. Understand? Go. Now I want to display the student data. Display. Now I am saying print \n. What is that now? First student information. First student information. Okay, student. Come on, display. S1 dot display stud data. This is which function? That is my own function. S1 dot display student data. What is this display student data? What is this student data? Function call. Actually, I should not call it a function call. I should call it as what? Method call. This is also called a method call. Come on, slowly coming to the object orientation. Slowly coming to the object orientation. Method call. For every method call requires what? Definition. Go to where? Which class? Student class. Looking for which function? This one. Is it matching? No. Require one more definition or not? Yes, require. I am defining now. Come on, define please. DEF display STUD data of beautiful self. Why self, sir? When I say S1 dot display student data, when the PVM is going to this place, PVM will carry this data. Which data I have to display? S1. S2 dot display data. Which ID I have to carry? S3 dot display data. Which ID I have to carry? Where S1 ID, S2 ID, S3 ID stored? Self. What is self? Is an implicit object pointing to my current object or not? Is it required to write self or not? Suppose if I don't write self here, how can PVM knows it is an object of so and so? Am I correct? Good. So I need to write compulsory what? Very nice. Okay. Now tell me, my dear students, I say R50, I say next line, I'm saying that, come on now, print. I forget. What is that? Student number is equal to dot format of, I forget. Self dot, beautiful. Self dot SNO. What is SNO type? Instance. How do you print? How do you call instance data members in Python? 2 ways. One is by using object name, one more by using self. Sir, where is the object name example, sir? You called S1 dot, S1 dot, S1 dot, na? S2 dot, S2 dot, S2 dot, na? But S1 and S2 address are present in where, ma? Self. That's why you are calling what? What a beautiful example. Come on, next. Student name. Student name. I will take student name. What? Come on, say. Same, yes, name. Whatever you are using, same thing. Next, please. Student marks. Student marks. What is this now? Self dot marks. Understand? How many times? First student data. Call second student data also. Call second student information. Second student information. What is this object data? S2. S2. I hope you are understanding, students. Comfortable? Huh? Now, come on, very, very easy. Very easy. Very easy. Coming to the point of it. S1 to create objects. I did this now. I did this now. Execute. Execute this program. Now see this, execute. Come on to the point. Done. Enter first student information, some 222, something like Travis Oliphant, marks is called 44.44, first student information, second student 3333, MC Kinney, next is called what, 66.66, please first student information, second student information, I got the output or not? Are you following? So how many times I defined my function? How many times? One time. How many times I displayed my function? But for how many objects data I am reading? 2 objects, 3 objects, hundreds of objects I can read. How many objects data I am displaying? 2. Is it not code is reduced like anything or not? You go to student example 3, 33 lines of code is written. If you come to this place, I wrote only some 27 lines of code is written. Is it reduced? If a number of objects are increasing, you see number of objects are increasing. If number of objects are increasing, what will happen? Still I have to maintain the same lines of code once again or not? If 100 objects are coming, it will go to 300 lines. But it will go to what? Code is reducing like anything. Are you okay? Easy or difficult? Easy. What is self? Implicit object containing current class object. Current class? Good. Now, Ganesh Verma, I will show you, don't worry. Now, Ganesh Verma is asking, sir, remove self and execute. You got a doubt. Right, remove that and execute. What is happening? Ganesh Verma will watch. Now, see that. What is happening? Error. Student data takes what? 0 positional argument, but Python is carrying what? 1 argument were given. What is that argument? What is that argument is coming? PVM is carrying 1 object data. Which is that? S1 is carrying. To hold S1, I require 1 positional argument to write or not? You are writing 0th argument. You need to write 1 positional argument. What is that argument? Self. Ganesh Verma, did you understand? Don't get the doubt, ma. So, you understand? Right. Fine. So, yeah. So, Senapati. So, yes, I am every class. Self is must. Self is a keyword or not? That is a question mark. Tell me, you tell me, self is a keyword. Did I say self is a keyword or object? I am saying self is not a keyword. Some of the people will say self is a keyword. That is a blunder. It is a keyword. Sir, prove it, sir. Shall I prove it? Go. I will prove it. Senapati, Seema, go to Python environment. Of course. Come on. If is equal to 12 in our variables, if is a keyword, error. Self is equal to 12.34. It is a float. Self is what? Object name it is. It is not a keyword. It is an object name. Object name can be anything. Print of, come on, self, comma, type of what? Self. Did you understand? Good. Come on. Let me tell you one most wonderful miracle. In place of self, I will write caviar. No problem. No problem. In place of caviar, in place of self, I am writing caviar. Come on. How it is working? How it is working? When I call line number 21, when you call this method call, PVM will carry S1 data kept into where? S1 ID kept into where? Caviar. But if I write caviar, Hyderabad, Python, Java, these are not internationalized. For good practicing, PSF people suggested use this symbolic notation. How I can access now? How I can access in place of self? Caviar dot, caviar dot, caviar dot, caviar dot, caviar dot. Yes, a caviar dot. Execute, ma. Execute. My dear students, go there. and execute this. Py number is called 333, ABC 33.33. Second number is called 444, XYZ and some 7.8. Am I getting the correct information or not? Is it mandatory to use self as self only? No. I have to use one parameter in the instance method. That parameter itself holds address of my current object. But for internationalization rules, they're recommended to use what? Self. Writing first parameter is compulsory. Which parameter? Self. Are you okay? Able to understand me? Yes, sir. Students, did you understand this word, ma? Did you understand the meaning of this self now? Very good. Okay, very clear. Senapati, okay, good. Self is the keyword, object. That too, which object? You created, automatically created. You created, automatically created. Automatically created, which is containing the ID of what? Current object. What is my current object? Yes, S1, S2, S3, etc. It is a compulsory question comes in interview. What is self? Self is one of the implicit object created by PVM and it contains an address of current class object. What is my current class object in line number 21? What is my current class object in 23? Right. And don't think that two objects addresses are not available in self, because two objects at a time it will not be coming. Okay, na? Shall I move forward? So what is this method is called? Instance method. Which method? Shall I write the methods in the class? First method, what we understand? What method we understand? So I will write what now? Self dot, self dot, self dot, self dot. So here I am writing self dot. Here you see self dot. Okay, na? Very good. Now I am going for write information about self. Right? I will write Ganesh Verma. Please follow me. So I will write. Now I am going to start with types of methods. Types of methods. Types of methods in class of what? Python. Types of methods in Python. Very good. Shravani, what is your doubt? Sir, how we are able to call instance data members defined in one function to another function? I will explain, ma. I will explain. Just for a minute, you please give me a chance. I will just, let me come to that. I will take your doubt. Okay, I will take your doubt. I will paste it in the new window. See the doubt? How we are able to call instance data members defined in one function to other function. If you put your concentration, you can easily understand. If you put your concentration, you can easily understand. Rocky, no. Instance method present in one class, the variables present inside the instance variables means what? See, the variables present inside the instance method, am I calling directly here in another method or not? Shravani, look at ma. The instance variables present inside that instance method, I am calling in another function as what? Directly. Are you okay? No need to return nothing. Automatically I am using, because you are inside of which class? Same class. You are inside of same class. Easy. Okay, na? Fine. Easy. Now I am going for this place. Types of methods in Python. Now I am going to write. In Python programming, we can define three types of methods. Inside of class. Inside of what? Class. They are first method we are going to define. What is the first method? Instance method. Which method? Instance method. Instance method. STAN. Yeah. Instance method. Second one is what? Come on, ma. Class level method. Class level method. Third one is what? Yeah. Static method. Static method. Fine. Three types of methods. First, you spell out the methods. How many types? Three types. Number one, instance method. Number two, number three. Good. A small example awareness I will give you. Each student will do your own operation. That is called instance nature, English. A teacher in the class will work for the entire students. It is called class level operations. Rossum, Guido van Rossum, he is a universal person. He will do for all the peoples. He is called a static method. He is a universal person. Utility operations he will do. And it doesn't mean that this example to be carried forward. Just awareness I am giving. Shall I move forward? Come on to the point. First function I am going to define. What is the first function? Instance method I am going to carry. First function is called instance function. Instance method. So I am going to use instance method. Yeah, tell me, what do you know about instance method, my dear students? Instance methods are used for performing what operations? Specific operations on the data of what? Object. On the data of object it is working. So specific data present in where? Object. On the object it is performing. Definitely it is called a specific result. On the object. And hence, instance methods are called which level methods? Are called which level methods? Object level methods. Instance methods are called what? Object level methods. Simple, ma. Object contains specific data. On the object, who will do the operations? Instance methods. Instance means particular. Okay. Next, instance methods always takes self as a first positional parameter. Do you know positional parameters? First positional parameter for obtaining what? ID of current class object. ID of what? Current class object. In place of self, can I write my name? Can I write your name? Can I write any of the other names? Yes, but recommended to use self. Very good. Come on to the point. Instance method always takes self as a first positional parameter for obtaining ID of the current class object. Okay, na? On which object you are performing the operation? Definitely PVM knows on which object I am performing the data. Are you getting my point? Good. Next, the syntax I will define. Syntax I am defining. What is the syntax, ma? DEF. Come on. Instance method name of what? Come on. Self comma what? If at all you want to take list of parameters, you can write it. List of formal params. I will write. Tell me what I am doing. Object level operations. That is nothing but what here? Specific. What they are? Specific operations we are doing. And moreover, inside the instance method, what I am specifying? Instance data members I am specifying. Go once, types of data members. Instance data members must be specified in how many ways? Already we learned through what? Where? Student example 1. S1 dot S1 dot S1 dot. Okay. Another example also. S1 dot S1 dot S1 dot in the main program. In this program where I mentioned it, inside the instance method, I took it what? Values that are belongs to which object? S1. Understand? Very good. Go to the place. Specific operations. Next. Okay, we defined it. What parameter is taking, you written it. How do you access it? How can you access it? Say, instance methods of a class must be accessed with respect to what? Which name? Very good. Object name or what? Self. I'll show another example. Are you getting me? Good. Now, what is the syntax? Obj name dot object name dot which method name? Instance method name. Okay. Or we can also say it as what? Self dot what? Which one? Self dot. Instance method name. Can I ask one question now? Go to this example called this one. This one you take it. I will take it like this. You see, my dear students, here I will take it. This is my data. Student example 5. What is the data we are accepting? First you see. What are you doing? S1, S2. What are these called? Object creation. How many objects? Very good. Now I am asking, please read the data of S1. Which function I have to call? Read. Is it what type of method you feel? Instance method. How do you recognize? Self. For every method, one recognition is there. How do you recognize this method? Self is there. Any method is taking self as a parameter, it is known as what? Instance method. Yes or no? How do you call instance method then? With respect to object. That object address is stored in where? Self. Now call now. S1 dot read stud data. What is happening? Please follow the step. What is happening? It will go to where? Student. Looking for what? S1 address kept in where? Self. Okay. Reading. Self dot. Where is this data present in? S1. Yes or no? After that, I want to call which function? Reading. Immediately I want to print. How do you print? After reading from this function, I want to call this function. Earlier, you see S1 dot display which data? Student data. Display student data directly. Okay, print it. Execute it first. I am reading and displaying. Actually, whoops is very much sensitive in Python. In Java, whoops is very easy to understand, but coding is very lengthy there. Here, coding is very less tricky job. It is very tricky. That's why you see any of the Python batches, whoops will be only 1 or 2 pages. Whoops over. That's why whoops is whoops. I said. You take any person and test it. Even our students also don't read well. That whoops is whoops only. Really, I'm saying to you students, really, it's a little painful word I'm using. Tell me, what is happening? See, number. Say so 222. Say some ABC. Say some 33.33. Am I getting the data or not? This is which one? Reading. This is called what? Displaying. What I said? Separately I called. First time I called S1 dot. Second time I said display. Today, what I am doing? It is calling. Because of that, it is going to which class? Student class. Looking for read student data. Whose address is kept in where? Self. Okay. Self dot, self dot, self dot. Where they are keeping? S1. From here, I want to call which function? Display student data. How do you call display student data first of all? With respect to object name. Which object name? S1. S1 address is kept in where? How do you call from here? Self dot, very beautiful. Display stud data. From where I am calling? From this function only. A function is calling another function. A function is calling another function. That is called function chaining. Simple, ma. Earlier I called first student, second student, third student. SAR is only calling. Now I am telling first student, call second student. Second student is calling third student. Third is calling fourth. Students only calling by themselves. They will ask you, who is calling? You will say, SAR is calling. I am the S1. When it comes to you, I am a self. When it goes to others, it is a self, self, self. Are you okay? When you say self, this is called what? Calling instance method. Instance method from where? Another instance method. Yes, ma, Renuka, very good. Another instance method. Understanding well? Good. One instance method call another instance method. How I am calling? Self dot. Beautiful. Execute. See, my dear students. Go. Say 1111 ABC 111 point data display. Are you okay? Good. Shall I move forward? Good. Anuj, can we say self is equal to S1 by S2 by S3? What is that, ma? S1 by S2 by S3, what is that? What is that operation, Anuj? S1 or S2 or S3? Why not? Why not? I am going to that only. I am going to that only. Anuj, yeah, come on, go. What I am taking? Read. Next object create. What is next? S2 is equal to. Come on, ma. Student. Which student information it is? Print off. Come on. First student information. First student information. Okay. Next I am going for S2. What I am going to do? Second student information I am going to. Second student information. Please do. S2 dot what? Read student data. When you say read student data, it goes to this read student data. Self contains whose ID? S2 will read the data. With the same self I am going to where? Excellent. Execute. Number 333. Number 333. I am calling something like, Coefficient and the data and then 444 and then 444. I am getting this something like, some name I am giving. MC Kinney. Values are like this. I got the first student data displayed. Second student data I just displayed. What is this? Second student data. I need to give what data here? Second student data. Beautiful. Come on now. Say some data here. Say some data here, ma. Say some data. Got it. First student got this information. Second student got this information. Ganesh Verma, S2 student where I wrote, ma. This is called what? Okay. Okay. If it is written, no need to write again. Okay, already written. Already written. Okay, I removed it. S2, I got. Understand? Fine. Ganesh Verma, it is written. No problem. I removed it. Even if I write also, it is just overlapped. Right. Yes, ma, it is reduces. It reduces. OOPS features will reduce the memory code writing also. It is a effective code utilization. Are you understanding or bouncing, ma? Understanding. So only 2 points I'm learning today. Self, importance of instance method. You read any website of instance method, you never understand, because myself only explaining this much time. You read any website, we never understand. That's why OOPS are people will feel very complex. I don't know whether you are feeling easy or difficult, I don't know, but I'm going method by method. Shall I introduce next one? Which method I am going to? Knox. We can do it, ma. At a time, list of student data. Definitely I will give you, ma. Let me move forward. Knox. Definitely I will give you. Okay, na? Don't worry. At a time I will give you student data. Wait, some more. So many examples I will give you. Renka, I will give you, ma. I will give you. We can use loops inside of the functions also. Beginning only, na, we are it. After the methods are over, after these types of methods are over, I will use loops inside the methods. Like normal functions only, we will use loops here also. Don't think that OOPS is always already is coming all the way from different place. No doubt in that. OOPS is little complex, but once you digest, na, it is not at all difficult. Shall I move forward? Next, what I am going to, Anuj, is self is an object of dict class or S1 and S2? You answer his question. He is thinking, is self object of dict class or like S1 and S2? He is asking. I did not say that self is not a dict. Inside the self, who is there? Inside S1, who is there? Dict. Who is pointing to S1? Why? Who is there inside? So very danger. Very danger. So here, class structure, somewhere else. You come to this place. Somewhere else. Last only I am saying, last point only, because such doubts are very dangerous. So if you come to this is an S1. This is an S1. S1 contains internally what? This type of information. Am I saying that self is pointing to inside of S1 or S1? Am I saying that S1 pointing, it is pointing to internal part of dicta? Is it pointing to this I said or S1 now? S1 it is pointing. Self is pointing to our object called S1 only. It is not pointing to what? Dict. Self is not pointing to dict. Wrong. How do you print that data? How do you print that data? Even by using self also, you can write happily self dot underscore dict also you can write it. You want to see? See. Because if you enter into that, go to the place, I say, go. I say something like class C1, say DEF, get data of self, pass. Come on, here, O1 is equal to what? C1. Print the data. What is that? Content of what? C1. Content of O1 in which function? Main is equal to, how do you write it? O1 dot underscore what? Dict. What is that output is coming? Like this. Understand? Okay. O1 dot what is the function name? Get data. Get data means where it is going? To this C1. O1 is address is kept in where? Self. Now write inside. Come on. Same to same. I will bring it here. Tell me, content of which object? Current object. In which place? Get data is equal to. Tell me, what is this O1? That's it. Self dot dict. Self dot under self dot keyboard is also not in the control. So self dot what? Underscore dict. I am calling, but I am not keeping any data. Just I am printing. Right? Anuj dot py. Anuj dot py. Okay. Go py Anuj dot py. Beautiful. So self is pointing to object, self is pointing to dicta. Self is pointing to object. Anuj, are you there? Anuj, are you there? Ganesh Verma, always you are looking for notes. Okay. You are looking for the notes always. So Anuj, tell me. Oh, yes, sir. Understand. So self is pointing to our object, self is pointing to object of our object. Our object contains which object? Dictive. Our object contains which object? Dictive. Our object pointed by which object? Your heart is there in you. Your image is there, shadow, na? Shadow is called what? Self. Self is pointing to heart, self is pointing to your physical person. Physical person. So shadow is what? Self. Self is pointing to you. You are containing heart. Heart is like what? Dict. Dict is available inside of our object. Our object is implicitly pointed by what? Self. Why confusion? In an object, what is there? Dict object. Self is pointing to dicta, self is pointing to our object. Our object. Confused? No confuse. No confuse. See, why this much command over these whoops? Because Java whoops are very powerful. Coding also lengthy. Very lengthy. We worked on the whoops level projects at least 24 years. Just seen in and out story of whoops. That's why this Python whoops is so tricky and a little complex. I like this complexity. You have to understand very well. Because easy means everybody will learn. Complex means only genius people can understand, and you also should understand like anything. Coding means you have to enjoy like anything. Are you okay? Right. Fine. Rocky, very good. So money, very good, Rocky. Shall I move? Continue now. Today, what we learned? Actually, today, I want to cover which level method also. But I explained only instance method only. That means your PVM also executing very slow. Even if I increase my speed, it will bounce. What is the use? So, did you understand self? Now I will go to this place. Here I will write it. Some small point I will mention, my dear students. What is self? I am writing. A small note I am writing. What is that? What is self? If anybody asks you what is self, you must be able to answer. Come on, tell me about what do you know about it? Self is one of the implicit object used as a formal parameter, used as a first formal parameter in the definition of what? In the definition of instance method. In the definition of instance method only. Self will not come in class level. Self will not come in static. Self will come only in instance method. Self means what? Selfishness. Particular means object data. X object, Y object, Z object. X contains X object data. Y object data, self. Z object data, self. The name itself says. Okay. Next, the self object contains what? ID or memory address or reference of which object? Current class object. ID also same, memory address also same, reference also same. Reference means address of which one? Contains. Self contains ID or memory address or reference of what? Current class object. Internally, interviewer will ask you a question. Whenever I create an object, to that object, how many objects are there entered? Whenever I create an object, to that object, how many objects you have? Option A, 1, option 2, 2, option 3, 3. Option 4, no objects. S1 is equal to student of. How many objects are there for S1? 2. One is S1, one more is self. Did you understand? Inside S1, who is there? Dict is there. And don't write 3 objects. Only one is in front of you, which is visible. One more is for PVM purpose, it will use one more object. Who is that? Self. Okay, na? Understood? So Ganesh Verma, right after, right? Great. Very good, Ganesh Verma. Thank you, ma. Very nice. Right. I will upload, ma. Karan Gupta. I will upload, ma. I will upload this. I will upload. So this is called, what about it? Self. So what is the question is coming in interview point of view? Yeah, money. Thank you, ma. Thank you. Wish you the same. What do you understand about this now? Self. Self is an implicit object created by Python environment automatically, which is used as a first formal parameter inside the instance method, which is containing the address of my current class object. That's it. So self is applicable only for objects. Self is applicable for, I will write it. Self is applicable for what? Objects only. That's it. Okay, na? Right. Yes, ma. Ravi. Next Python batch will start in the evening 6, ma. Morning Python batch is going on 7 o'clock. Ravi is going on. Is features of Python is going on morning 7 a.m. Morning 7 a.m. If you want fresh batch, it is going to start after 1 week or something. It will start evening 6 p.m. That means after your class. Right? Fine. So coming to the point of it. Are you understanding this? Fine. This is about what? Only what is discussed today. When I come to Monday class, I will go for what? Class level method. Yes, ma. Laya. What, ma? What you done? Sir, I missed some classes due to semester exams. How can I get those? Laya, please, you see, ma, you contact the admins. Whatever the classes you missed, you contact the admins. Tell them which classes you missed, so that you can attend in the another class where I repeat the topic. Okay, na? Sai, what is that, ma? Sai, please, Sai, you put your money. What is the